So let's see, Streamer.bot. As you can see, there are some plans. So, I, on one of the streams, had at least, I think it was 30 minutes of silence, because I went, you know, and I muted, and then I didn't unmute, because I usually never mute. So, that was embarrassing, and it was that first stream for a long time, so I wasn't used to it either. So, since I look at my screen, at the what you see sometimes, because I've learned that I shouldn't be on the wrong screen and things like that. Right screen. So this is my right screen, and I thought that if I put a big sign here, it's muted, there wouldn't be such a big chance that I actually stay muted forever. So, left screen. Let's do that. And let's do it in Streamer.bot. So, big notification on screen that I'm muted. I have one scene where I have my camera, and there's also chat and things like that. Let's see. And I'm thinking I should add a simple text there. Let's do right screen again. Right screen. So, here you can see just the... Is this little tiny little logo? Right, I disabled my text counter because it was annoying when I was messing with Streamer.bot. Let's do this. And you can see the action queue, action history. And if it's all just time here every 15 seconds, that's annoying. So that's why I paused that. So currently there are no timers. I also realized, let's add that to the to-do list. Left screen. Let's add here. I thought streaming together would be nice too. So somewhere here, let's add. I think I'm tired. I'm like, what was I thinking? Yeah, the timers. What I used to have, add back timers. I'm thinking I'll do this after, so they won't annoy me when I do the other stuff. And these are for command texts. And there I have information about Discord, about the TTS, how you set your name and voice, things like that. And I moved the commands from Sammy, but I didn't think about that I had several triggers. I had both the timer trigger and I had the command trigger. So I just added the commands, since I had them in like a command, window or what they call it. So I need to add those back, because there are no automatic messages now, except for the welcome to the stream one. So, but first, so I don't do this mistake again, let's add a big one. Big warning. Right screen. I'm thinking a big red one. A big red one. And this will need to be repositioned with the maybe it should be in the middle of the screen, but maybe why would I want to be muted? I don't know. I could just put a big one in the middle of the screen, or I could make one in one corner that moves around with a chatting camera. My phone popped down there. You know, I have this where I can move the camera, and it also moves the chat. So it's showing me an ad later on board. And I would like to not put anything on top of this muted one. Maybe it should be on the camera. On top of the camera, actually. Muted. So, is that obvious enough? Or is that too hidden? A big red text on top of my nose. Then it would move automatically if I put it in the camera one. Maybe that's a good idea. Let's start with that. And we'll see if I realize that I'm muted if I mute myself. So, yeah, we should just add a new text. And what should we call it? Muted. So let's type muted. And I'm thinking red. Very red. No, I can't click. Select color. Oh. The thing I do is actually click on this one. That's what I'm used to from other programs. RGB. I could just do that. Blue actually get 4. So very red. I'm thinking I want a more obvious font. Let's look at some fonts here. Oh, this is bad. With the big size, we can't see the preview. That's annoying. Okay, let's select. We have 256 from the old. So let's up this as big so we can see the text at least. There. And now let's try some different. And it can't show the text we want in the sample. Maybe I should just go with Arial Black. It's quite blocky. I'm thinking something blocky and big. Also, what font am I using for the other text? It could be nice to have the same look, right? Maybe I should look at that first and try that one first. I'll do that. So let's okay that, because we don't want to... That might be a bit too big, right? This one doesn't really need to be this big, does it? No, I can't pull it down further. Okie dokie. Is it this that limits the size? If I put the controls on this one, can I pull this down? Yeah. There. I'm thinking if we have to watch this, that one really doesn't have to be that big, but I don't want them on top of each other. I want them, yeah, at the same place. There, so we get rid of the controls. So there, the bridge. We really don't have to see the bridge. I just put it wherever it didn't take any place at all. So This is something I never look at. Maybe I don't need it anymore now. Maybe I do. So, we have more space for this. I don't need the audio mixer, and I could put this to the side too, but it's not the height that we need, right? So, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the font. So let's go check this one. What font am I using? And again, I try to click the font. So let's copy this font and go up to muted and actually pull it into the camera one. So it is connected. I don't want that, do I? If I have the camera off, I still want to be able to see the muted text. Yeah, I think I'll have to, and I'll probably still want it bigger too. So let's put it somewhere here, there. It didn't move from that, right? So it wouldn't be logical. So, to continue. Muted. Properties. Font. I clicked the actual right place this time. I can't paste the name of the font. I'm seriously getting disappointed at OBS. I didn't even think it was possible when there's a field that's text field and I can select text. Yeah, it's supposed to be copied. Was I just missing it? Let's hope I messed up. Let's hope. There. I can't there, of course, but here. Control V. Nothing happening. And I can't paste. So I could probably copy, but I couldn't paste. So I'm pasting it currently. Yeah, it's possible to be pasted on my other side. Right, one thing. I realized I forgot to put the sign up that I'm streaming, though I've told them. There. So it's called the Biz UPD Gothic, and let's try a tinier one and do it bold, and go back to 256 and look at what it looks like. What do I think of this? I don't like it. No. Let's just try this. Just the Arial that was there. Yeah, that's much too thin. What about bold? Yeah, I think that's good enough. Good enough. Though, let's see if we can add something more. What can we do here? Well, it's already uppercase. The color is set. Should we do a gradient? I don't think this is just alignment. What about an outline? like a bit of darker red. So 2 pixels is not visible with the size. I'll see what it looks like. So if we center this, I believe we can do it easily. There's actually been some time since I moved stuff around, so I should probably be here. Like, center the screen, Control D, there. Is this big enough? I should see that I'm muted, but is this useful for anyone else but me? I think it's a bit too big, right? And it's not the right place. You could make it like a funny bubble. What about that? Then I could make it an image, of course, too, and have a bit better looking than this. Let's make it symbol for now. I think it's too big. Try 200. And I think that this was too big already before, so try 12. 10. There are rounded corners there too. Okay, so what else have we got? Shuffle mode, custom text extents. Nah. There. And I do want to see my actual audio here. That's better. Yeah, you can set the font and color right here too. So, still too big probably. Let's move it. And it's below. I want it on top of everything. But that's what I wanted to avoid. Let's just undo. And let's pull the camera below that. And the time could be there. I don't think I want the camera to be below the time. No, did I pull the time in there now? Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, so time. That's okay. So now we have this actually on top of everything. So when I mute my audio and unmute it, this should react. So let's have it hidden now, since let's do the logic of it. So let's have it hidden, and I know that it's very simple to set the visible state. I've done that. I've also set the mute state of my mic now. I did that off stream. Let's go to the left screen. And look at it here. So I have the mute at the start of stream. Let's start by doing a new thing. And this is something that's supposed to be automatic, and it's supposed to depend on if I'm muted or not. muted state. So it's supposed to check if you're muted or not muted and do stuff. So there. Let's see if we can find triggers for this. It's OBS. Oh, OBS event. Scene change. No. Event. This is interesting. I could do this on a timer too, of course, but if there is an actual event, that's so much greater. The timers also have that annoying feature of popping up in the log all the time. Let's just read these. Input mute state change. That's the one we want. Let's read all of them. I want this to work both if I click on the actual button and if it's changed programmatically, so there, let's select this then. So now I'm very curious what variables we get from this. But just let's do something. I do think this would require... I always thinking programming, you know. But I guess I should try to do as much as possible with the actual features of Streamer.bot. But I don't think that's how I did what I did before. So let's see. This is Twitch. Twitch and... No, it's not Twitch. What am I thinking? It's OBS. I've done so much Twitch stuff now, so that's my default. We want to source, set source visibility state. The problem now that I need to solve is how to get what state to set it to. But we can change this first. But I'm not sure if I can do this with this thingy. It depends on what options we have. No. This doesn't work. But let's just use this. Well, it could work, but it's not 100% certain, you know. I want to know if it's on or off and set it to the correct state. I could change it when Streamer.bot is off and it will be opposite. So toggling won't work. So I've got an excuse to use programming. I think so. My top favorite. Hello there. Though the editor is not my top favorite. So let's just... I think that does it for most things. To click that button, alright? Where I use it to set the state visible and not. it's not when I create an image. This one, I did it with the commands there. Let's just go into the code and try it there. That's probably the easiest. So, muted state, execute code, and yeah. I'm a bit new to this, so CPH. I want to double check it was actually those letters. So CPH dot, and then we do OBS, and then we should get all of the stuff. And set source mute state. And here we can actually set it, not just toggle it. We can set it depending on stuff we check above. So the connection we can remove. The state, source, and scene. Maybe we should have those as separate variables. No, we don't need to, since we know that this is always the same source. And I'm going to check what I called it. I called it muted. So, muted. And then we have the scene. Checking what time is it is, since I have stuff to do later. And it's cameras and stuff. So cameras and stuff. That's what it's called. So now we just need the state. And we'll find what state we need. And I don't know what type this is. It doesn't say. But we can Google that. It must be a Boolean, right? It has to be a Boolean. Well, let's look at it anyway. So if we just Google this, we should probably get the right page. Nah. It's the old one. And then we have C#, set OBS, set source mute state. Oh, there. So, what? Why did I get here? Why did I go there? So I clicked here. Was it that I clicked twice? Probably. I almost have managed to abort it somehow. So here we can see it's a string. No, this is not the same one. Oh, it's whatever. Let's Control F it. There. So state is an int. Okie dokie. Then we know, and the code is what we had. Not much information. So it's an int. So let's int this. And something. it's supposed to be something. Let's just set it to 0 so it has a value. And let's add the semicolons. Been doing too much Python. And let's compile it to make sure I don't have any obvious errors. And now, I don't expect this to do anything, though it might mute me, but I don't think so. So let's just run this for a test. And I want to test trigger it since I don't want to mute myself. I could just mute myself and it should probably do it too, as long as it works. And now we should have had an actual event here, which we can check our variables. Trigger ID, run action. This test is true. What I want to know is, of course, if it's muted or unmuted. There should be is test. I expect that to be if it's a test. And I want it to be if it's muted or not. Let's do the real actual trigger instead. I will mute myself. Okay, let's actually mute myself and see what happens. So now we have one where I muted myself and one where I unmuted myself. So let's look at this one first. Yeah, I thought so. Now we actually got the answer that it is muted now. And the other one is not muted. Because I muted it and I unmuted it. So now we have the variable we need. So then I just need to remember, because you can't just access these as variables. Is there anything else information in here? Yeah, the name. Yeah, that's true. If I mute something totally different than myself, I shouldn't put myself as muted as an image. We have to check this one too. Of course. I think that these do not block me being able to click stuff in here. Yeah. So that's great. We can just have this on the side. And we can check if these have certain values. I seriously would be interested if there are better ways to... Yeah, I can't click this. That's bad though. I can't click and copy this. Let's see. I Google this name and see what we get. Because there are other opportunities then to... If there are, I would like to know them. Maybe it would be more wise to actually do this one, which should be more specific to that. So let's do that too. No, it's one of those days with it saying one viewer, though I myself watch it 3 times. So usually that's correct, and sometimes it's just one, and I don't know if there was someone else there since I do not see myself even. I have a test computer here that's I see more like a normal delay, and then I have so I'm able to check on this computer too. sorry for eating. It's dinner time. What I want is C# code for finding this variable in Streamer.bot. Well, let's click this wiki and see if there's an example. Otherwise, I'll just do the way I know. Okay, that's even less useful. Well, it could have been useful if I didn't already know this. And here it's actually a boolean. This is a different way to do it. Because this doesn't require the scene. Yeah, this is probably better to use, so it wasn't useless. Set input mute. Maybe it's not sent on to, or rather Streamer.bot isn't using it. Whatever, let's just continue now. I'm just mumbling here when I know what I should do. Let's check if it is sent on. So OBS and input muted state. I don't think anything is called input here, which is nice, because when I was first looking for how to create sources, I was looking for a source, and it's not called in OBS. It's called input. So when you create an input, you create when you create a source, you create an input. So let's see now. Source mute. Scene source. Source mute toggle. Scene source. Now I could do a roll call, but there's no need. I think this will work, so we'll skip that totally. I could cancel this. Yes, I told you to. So the worst thing of everything when I listened to my stream was those sounds. So seriously, maybe I should just this is not a Streamer.bot thing, but maybe I should type to myself. I could just kill annoying Windows sounds. There. So that's not Streamer.bot, but whatever. And we didn't even end up using that. So we need to get hold of those variables. Where else did I use that? I used that in my chat, I think. Here's the code to get a variable. And that's just to check if it exists. No, that's not the type. Just a variable. The simple bit. No, that's not what I meant. No, that's not the part. Let's see, where else? Here. No, it's just simple code, no variables. It's not like I did this a week ago even. Everything this is done within a week. Within less than a week, and still I don't remember it. That's great. Stream started uses code. Do I use any variables from OBS? I think I actually might not have been very wrong here, cause I think this is just what it is anyway, but it's a different name. It's very annoying still. Indeed annoying. We'll see. Not start stuff, muted state. No, I don't want to do that. When I click there, I wanted to open that. That's stupid of me, because they are not connected in that way. So that's actually not OBS fault, it's innocent. So we need 2 inputs. Now let's see if this works. And go back to the chat one, because I know we have send message over here. Oh, it didn't ask when I didn't make changes. That's nice. My expectations of this is not that high. So I thought just let's output this in chat to make it easier than digging in the file. So let's spell string right this time. We managed to get an aim in the middle of there last time. So this is... I don't see why this is supposed to be though. Oh my god. So to copy this, I have to do that. Then I have to click the code. Then I have to paste. Then to get the other one, I have to click OK. So annoying. Or I could get to JSON there. But it's not worth it. Just to avoid copying and pasting. At least we could have this open. I should be happy for that. My expectations are not very high. If these are not the correct type, we'll just change them. We'll get cute chat messages. And I don't see why this should be an int. Shouldn't it be a boolean? Oh, and Control S doesn't work. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, bool. They're supposed to be bools. Input name is not a bool. It's not a booah either. Let's compile this, we'll see what it says. Yeah. So the input muted is indeed supposed to be a bool. This is not. This is supposed to be a string. Maybe I wasn't just reading. No, it says it's a bool. How could this be a bool if it's supposed to be a name? This is some Streamer.bot strange stuff, so let's Google it. Streamer.bot wiki variables. Generate an argument stack specific to the event source, providing variable data to the current action and sequent to sub-action. Most events will always include all generic arguments in addition to their own documented variables. Why not just have them not as an argument stack but just have available variables? This is methy. Any exceptions will be listed on the page using the function. Those will not blah blah blah. Variables will be used in most subsection text inputs to use a variable from an argument stack. Wrap a variable. Yeah, this is the way to do it in the. Could you just do this in the code too? That would be nice, but I don't think so. Let's just try this, cause why shouldn't it know what it is? So if you do this, and here we use this version. And we see what it says. Now this is just a string, and the question is if it will be replaced or not. So let's look at the chat. Yeah, thought so. It just doesn't work there. I'll take the opportunity.
Fixerbot says
At this again.
Input muted equals false. Input name equals percent. Input name
Here's
percent.
the arg's message.
Translated from German.
Yeah, this is how it does. It's done then instead. Oh shit. I didn't read what I copied. Sorry. That was just stupid of me. That's very stupid. It checks here if it exists. That's of course a boolean. Yeah. That's nicely done to do it like that, but I don't. Stupid of me. I should have actually read the code. That's a real contains key. Yeah. Like, yeah, right. So no, we don't do an if on them before we actually get them, and then we should probably get the right thing. So let's. Yeah, you should do something really embarrassing every stream, right? Copy code without reading it. So. Use like a method. I'm just actually reading the code. First, we create a bool input muted and get this, which is what I've pasted from the list over here, variables. What if we do this? This is interesting. cph inline base.rx. If we do this, we get the same. So let's start with commenting these, because I do expect error messages. I didn't read the row. Yeah, it's 8 and 9, so we don't get it here. So let's just do 1 first and experiment with that one. So we have 1 error. Can we copy this? And we get that annoying noise again. That's interesting. Why did it think I used them as a method? Because I have parentheses and I should have had these. Yeah, that's it. So if we do this instead, we get the same error, of course. And now, okay, they are objects. So let's toString. I'm just feeling if I had done the raw thing, I would have been done now. And I would have just been able to copy it to whatever I do myself without converting it from the Streamer.bot stuff. And the raw could have used, if I used Streamer.bot's own raw, I could have used the more suitable function without the the input mute state, without the scene name, because this is used everywhere, so it's not really connected to a scene. Or this is, but not this one. I'm stupid, sorry. But it still has a name that's global, even if it's, you know, if you delete the last one, they all go, because there's only one really. Mumbling. Should it do toString on the other one? Let's just try this first. Yeah, and let's print it too. Make sure we actually got it. Let's try the test trigger. No, we didn't get anything there. It will probably get an error. Hi Nori! Am I talking too much? Is the TTS not up?
Kitty says.
Input name equals Nori Kitty DJ Noiki One Love. Yes, is ignore me Noiki One Cry.
I was talking too much, but I must have been quiet for 2 seconds, right? Don't you think? I must have. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, right. I'm down in the corner too, but maybe that's the right place to be right now, cause I have stuff up above, up here. Yeah. What was I doing? How are you? You good, Nori? Have you slept good and everything?
Fixerbot says. Input name equals Mike/O. Translated from German.
Oh, so it's German. Does work. So let's see what we should use here.
Kitty says.
Is okay but sleepy you is okkies. Noiki One Cry.
Yeah, I've still got the cold though, so my throat is complaining a bit that I talk too much. But otherwise it's good. No, every time you say that you're coughing, you cough and stuff like that, right? So let's see if we can get this converted somehow. I want to convert this to Boolean, but I don't know what the value is. So let's start by typing it. And not forget this bit. There. Method group to string non-default. Okay, maybe this is actually something else then. Oh, I just forgot the parentheses. There. So let's try it again.
Fixerbot says. Input muted equals true. Input muted equals false.
Yeah. So we could just check the string. Be lazy. So the problem is that it wanted an int. And we have a Boolean string, true, false. Should we just try this? Let's see here. C#, int bool. Yeah, what is no C#? Oh gosh, I did the wrong key. No. I wonder if to Boolean can do strings. Let's try. We'll see if it can do that or if I have to be implicit. No. To Boolean doesn't exist. Or it can't do it from that. Here, false to 0 and true to 1. This is what I was actually looking for. Let's just cheat a bit, or what do you want to call it? So 0, it's 0 if it's false, and true is 0. Oh. And 1 is true. And since I'm lazy and I know I have this short form F in here somewhere, oh well, just that bit. So you're going to stream today, Nori? I think you stream every day. It feels like you're always streaming.
Kitty says.
Haha, no, only 3 days a week. I do not have time for every day to make sets and stuff.
Yeah. It's just quite often, so you know, it feels like all the time. I don't have to copy again just to change one thing, right? There. So if it's true, it sets state to 1, and if not, to set it to 0. So input muted. Should I do this in there?
If you wish you can pay me, I do every day. He Noiki one love.
Yeah. The same here. I wish I had that money. I could do that. I remember us talking about how expensive the DJ stuff was. Not cheap. Assignment. So this is not assignment. Oh my god. Just one, please. There. What is it doesn't get? Oh, whatever. Oh, it moved it. Oh, right, I know. No? Oh, whatever. So, let's do a normal F. And I'm trying to Control S, or almost did it. There, so now... let's also... We don't need to view those again, but it could be nice to see states value. I guess I'll have to add to string, or can it do it? It can do a simple let's this is just backwards to me. I want to know what it is before the state of it. So we could do this. Sending a million messages to chat is not really necessary. There.
Could just ban your both, Kappa. Bot.
What? Could just ban. Should I ban my bot? What? Sorry, I didn't understand.
So no send message to chat, haha.
Fixerbot says. Input name equals Mike/O, input muted equals true, state equals 1. Input name equals Mike/O, input muted equals false, state equals 0.
There. So we got the values correct, but we don't have the I think my brain did kind of strange loopy thing here, because we don't want to set it in here. I copied this from something. No? What was I thinking? Anyway, this is not what I was going for. So this is source visible something. OBS source. Didn't I select this somewhere? Whatever, I'll have to look at my stream and see what I did, because I don't remember how I managed to mess it up like that. Source. It was probably, I was looking for source visible, and then I messed it up and got the mute instead, I guess. Show source, set source visibility state. This is what I want, I think. Set source visibility and visibility state. So this is the same, or this is more alpha. Let's do this one. And this, scene source state. It's not strange that I didn't look so closely, because it has the same things over there. So it did do something. It set the mute state to the same that it already was. So that's why nothing strange happened. So now this time I mute, I should actually nothing. But the information of the output is correct, so we don't have to do that every time. Set source visibility. Maybe I should have used this one, and I probably get an error now because it's, yeah, it's an int now. And now if I just set this to bool, I set this to, well, I expect this should be lowercase t, false, and we'll see if it even wants to print that. Yes. So yeah, okay, let's keep sending messages to chat. I'm spamming my own chat. But that didn't help. I was just testing if it was that simple, since this one wanted an int. Oh yeah, wanted a bool. Oh my. Alright, I forgot to. Let's try this one too. Now cannot convert bool to int, so that's the one that wanted an int. So let's Google this one. Nah. I shouldn't Google. I should search here. Slow, always so slow. Could this have been where I did it? When I was doing it the first time. And I searched the wrong thing. This is not found, of course. There. Scene, source, bool, visible. That sounds very right. So, what's the difference with... Oh. Okay. So what about the one called state at the end? It's not available, it's an old one. Let's search for just source visibility. 10 matches for this. Is it visible? Set random group source visible. Okay. I think this is the one we should use then. Visible as a bool. So it's supposed to be this one. The name is cameras and stuff and muted. And if we simplify this, we don't have to have that extra stuff. I'm getting rid of the message. It's been working all along, so why not just do that? There, and we save and compile, and I mute myself. So, what's up? I'm muting and muting myself, and nothing happens. Should we do something else? I'm not muted now, right?
Kitty says.
Muted. Knob.
Yeah.
Translated from Norwegian.
Still
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this one to automatically show and hide. Yeah, I know what I can do. Let's try with the raw thingy. Or if this doesn't work, we'll just do the raw anyway, so. So Firefox and OBS raw, the generator. I think I can read everything here. It's not called that. Let's do input. UI. No. Not input. What could it be? Just reading them all. Source active. Yeah, this is the annoying thing. That sometimes it's called source and sometimes it's called input. So if we get an input list of everything, I'm thinking maybe I should search this as long, or maybe the last one is at the end. Yeah, muted. So it's an input. The source is an input. And the name is muted. So we can get it if we list all inputs. We don't want to create or remove now. That's what I did last time. Now I just want to That's what time is it? Oh my god, it's late. I had something to do. I was actually going to raid someone. Is my plan. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this quickly. Remove input, set input name. This is to remove it totally. If we would just want to hide it. Audio balance, audio properties. Property. Press property button. Scene, current scene transition stuff. Filters, get source filter list. Create source filters. Get scene item list. Now this is for a specific scene, the same as what we did, but that. Scene item ID. Scene item. Remove scene item. I think this is where we're going. So if we do cameras and stuff, am I blind now? I'm totally blind. There it is. And we want muted, which is 19. And we want to set it to true. And we send the request. It works just fine at once. So set scene item enabled is what we want to do. And we have the code here. And this is what I was talking about earlier, that if we did a role, maybe we could just use the variable. So let's do a role. I should have just done it as I said from the beginning, but I wanted to try using the built-in Streamer.bot functions. And since we now have a variable with true and false. Let's try if this works. Just use this one here, which I can't copy. So let's okay this. Yes, I do know that. Okay, let's say Streamer.bot makes me more and more annoyed. I just want to copy this value and paste it here, but I can't because I can't even okay this. So I'd have to use a notepad to be able to paste two things together and then paste it in here. No, it still doesn't work.
You're not allowed to because Apple products.
Yeah, so you probably can't use a variable in here. Oh, variable prefix. Okay. So if you can't use variables in here, let's just try setting this to true. That's a very good test to see if it can make it to the same it is already. So now then, test trigger. Well, that's that for that function. Where's the delete? There. Going back to the code. And I'm just going to paste that. And instead of doing this, we'll do raw. And here at least we can click OK, whatever we have there. And this we won't read. Oh, look, this is actually true here with a small t, whatever. It is the stream started, I think. No, still this I want. Am I using a raw in here? Yes. Here is a raw for muting and unmuting the mic. That's the way to do that, apparently. Why do this in Streamer.bot even? So, again, let's do this, and we set the request type to this, and this line we don't need to change. Then this part, the request data, that's what we need in here. There, but we need to reformat it, so it's okay. So first of all, okay, I'll just uglify this a bit. Before I do anything else, I'll just escape these. What? Oh, okay. Just to not mess me up there. Let's escape all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 over here. I could do like a find on the 19, but now I know it's 19, so whatever. Not right now. Then let's make this all of these strings that we add together. There, I think it's readable too. Let's just move it a bit. So, the only thing now is that this is true. Yeah. So let's go back to having a variable, but let's do a string state and don't forget the semicolon, and I did over here too. And let's see now, state. Why did I even take 5 letters thing from there instead of typing 4 letter even 4 letter there? State let me true. No, now we want this to be a string because we are going to add it into the other thing. Yeah, now we can just lowercase it. That's stupid, I mean. Can I just like lower this? Is it like this? Is it like this? Anyway, let's try it. Since I can't undo here, which is annoying. So this is just to see if the lower is correct. To lower. Then we have true or false, and then we just need to add this here. So instead of this, we see it removed both or not. I prefer doing this manually. 1 plus 2 pluses and the state. And I'm feeling like stopping using Streamer.bot already. Less than a week. Is it 5 days now? So there. So I think as long as this is enabled, and that was not very hard. The only thing was that if I had tried to do it with OBS, it would have taken the time that it took now with the raw. I'm with Streamer.bot. If I would have tried to do it with raw at once, it would have been that quick. You're not allowed to because Apple products. Did I hear that?
Connected to channel fix it.
I restarted the TTS. Let's see. This won't move around. There's more. And I mute half of what I'm saying. That's so stupid. It works great anyway.
Kitty says.
Connected to channel security.
Yeah, right. If I move my camera now, and I mute myself, it doesn't move. So that's the next thing to do, but I'm going to raid someone now. I'm just going to make sure that they're online. Let me see here. If they're not online, yeah, they are. So it'll be a music raid today, because I always watch that stream at this time on Wednesdays. So let's do that. If you look at this list that I have, I also have to add like a rating thingy. Yeah, I'll have to do that. At least got this thing done, even if it was very slow. And thank you very much for being here, Nori. It's so very much more fun when you have company. So let's raid here. Music time. Come on, join the raid! All of me, and you, and if there's someone else.
BEI has good night Noiki one love.
Good night. Hugs. Let's go. Let's see.
Ooh, loving no stranger.